So back with step 3 and 4, we're going to, now that we've created a sketch, you'll notice that we have these different icons at the top than if we're not working in a sketch. And let's say that I accidentally go back to this menu. I can click on sketch over here. I can double click on it and you'll see my menu changes again. So if you're trying to be like, hey, I want a tool to do something, first you have to select what it is you want to do it to. So I'm going to double click again, sketch 1, to make it so that I can do things to it. And to get started, what we've got to do is get a corner rectangle tool. Actually, we want to click the drop-down arrow next to corner rectangle tool, and we'll select a center rectangle tool. The reason we want a center, so again, I'm clicking the arrow right here, not on the rectangle. The reason I want a center point rectangle is because I want my skateboard to be centered around the origin of this. And so I'm going to click that, get my center point rectangle, come down here, and you'll see that it lights up yellow when I'm over the origin. That's what I want. And I just want to grab and pull this rectangle out to be however big I want. I can make it as small as I want, as large as I want. It's not going to matter at this moment how big the rectangle is. So we, again, the way that I do that is I just kind of grab it, and on the other piece is that if I had stayed here, I'm actually going to undo what I just did. So if I do a center point rectangle, and then I start clicking around and doing things, it's going to continue dropping rectangles. That's because once we activate a tool in Onshape, it stays active. And so the way to make a tool stop being active is to, now let's see, it's still active. If I press escape, darn thing stayed active. Oops, I'm not pressing escape, that's why. Let's see what it says down here. Yeah, it says when you're done using a tool, press escape or click the tool icon again. So once I'm done making my rectangle, I can click the rectangle again, and that will turn it off and stop me from making multiple rectangles all over the place. And so you can press R to select the rectangle tool at any time. And then we need, for our skateboard, we're going to have 2 circles here on the end to make those rounded ends that a skateboard has. And so you can read all of this. I'm going to just kind of talk through it as I do it. We do need a center point circle, so we'll click that and select center point circle. Now you'll notice when I hover over this line, the line turns yellow. I hover over that corner though, and I get a box around that corner. What that's saying is it's going to lock the center of the circle to this line or to that corner. If I come down this line to the center of the line, we call it the midpoint in geometry, it's going to lock that circle to the center of that line or the midpoint, which is what I want. And so I'll pull the circle out, and remember the circle stays selected, so I don't need to click it again. I'm going to drop a circle on each end. It doesn't matter if it matches perfectly with the corner, the edges of the rectangle, or any of that at this point. That won't matter for a little while. So again, I can click the circle to unselect it. Now if I drag around, I'm not making circles all over the place. And C is the tool that we would use to select a circle without having to come up here and click if you're a person that's into shortcuts. So with that, that is step 3 and 4.